Oh, it is time. We are live. I'm so excited you guys are here. Let me make sure you all can see me well. I know we're going to have tons of awesome people here as we dive on into Facebook ads today. I've been stoked about this for a long time. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Rachel Pedersen. I'm a social media manager, strategist. I own several businesses and we can talk a little bit about those today. But I need one thing from you guys, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok. I'm gonna need a lot of engagement. Everyone cool with that? I'm super extroverted and I'm gonna be honest with you. 2020 has been challenging for me. I have missed people so much. And so recording trainings by myself is one of the hardest things I've had to do. So I want your guys' energy. The more energy you guys give me, the more I can give back in return. Like this video, feel free to share it with friends. We're gonna dive on into 3 days of training. Cool? Everyone all in? I'm gonna get tons of attention and energy. Yes, I like attention. Who else loves attention? Who here's like, no way, not a chance, not gonna happen. I don't want attention, I'm introverted. All right, let's dive on in. So, my name is Rachel Pedersen. Like I said, I'm a social media strategist, business owner. I'll give you guys the backstory so you can understand my journey into Facebook ads. I actually understand a lot of the journeys that you guys have probably been through. Let me know in the chat real fast, what is your experience with running Facebook ads? Are you number one? Drop a 1 in the chat. If you've never run any Facebook ads, maybe didn't even know it was a thing, you've heard about it, you weren't interested, not really your cup of tea. If you have run some Facebook ads, I see those ones coming in, awesome. If you've run some Facebook ads, maybe a quick boost or 20 bucks here or there, but you've never taken it super seriously with Facebook ads, go ahead and drop a 2, drop a deuce in the chat. By the way, if you guys do not like to have fun, do not like to laugh, do not like when people are goofy, you may want to leave because that's totally my style. I really like to have fun and I'm a total nerd and I think bathroom humor is the greatest thing in the whole world. Okay, I see those 2s coming in. So great. We got tons of people from Minnesota so far. Who's from Minnesota? TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Who's from Minnesota? I love seeing Minnesotans here. I'm in Plymouth. All right, number 3, you've run some Facebook ads for yourself or for others with maybe a little bit of success, maybe not, maybe you're not quite sure. Maybe you felt like it was getting some results, but you're like, I'm not 100% honest. If I'm being honest, I'm not 100% sure. Drop a 3 if you're like, yeah, we've had some success maybe, but kind of not certain. Yeah. All right. Drop a 4 if you have run Facebook ads with success, but you want to still see more consistency in that growth. Awesome. Okay, I see those 4s coming in. 3s coming in still. So great, you guys. I'm so excited. So I want to share with you guys the backstory of how I got started in Facebook ads. As I do that, make sure that you hit the like on this video. Share it with your friends. I know that this will be very beneficial. If you're watching on TikTok or on YouTube, the best view is going to be from my Facebook page. So if you want to see everything a little more clearly versus from underneath or a squished view, head on over to facebook.com/the Mrs. Pedersen, and there you'll get the best view. Cool? Awesome. Okay, so I became a social media manager kind of on accident several years ago. I used to actually be a hairstylist. Before that, I was a single mom on welfare, food stamps, went to school to become a hairstylist, took out tons of debt for that. As all of you guys know, like college, even if it's just for a year, it's crazy expensive. But I became a hairstylist, and while I was a hairstylist, number 1, I met my awesome husband, Paul. He's great. Some of you guys have the privilege of knowing Paul. He's like one of the coolest people in the whole world. He's one of the people whose respect I love more than anyone's. But as I was a hairstylist, one day a client came into my chair and she said, oh my gosh, like, you know about social media. Can you show me your Twitter? And I was like, show you my what? Like, what's going on? She was like, you know that platform with like the little blue bird. I want to see that platform thing. And I was like, oh, Twitter. Okay. So I accidentally became a social media manager. That's a part of the story that's really interesting. My first client was, oh gosh, almost 6 years ago, maybe even 6.5 years ago. And this client, they owned a fried chicken fast food chain, which is called Mrs. Winter's Chicken and Biscuits. It's in the southeastern United States. There are still quite a few stores. It used to be a huge store back in the South, or back in the days of like the heyday of the South and fried chicken. She said, we need help with social media. And though I did not feel like an expert, some of you guys will relate to that. Anyone ever not feel like an expert when you're trying to do something with marketing? Anyone feel like a total imposter or a fraud? You're not alone. This is a very common thing. Let me know in the chat. Like I said, you guys, the more energy and attention you give, the more I will give back. We have time to spend today, and I'm going to give you guys all I can until I am exhausted. Cool? Everyone cool with that? By the way, a little bit of housekeeping. We have 3 days of training, and each day the training is completely different. So we have today, we've got almost 2 hours of training. It might be an hour, it might be 2 hours, could be 5 if we're hanging out, right? And having a good time talking about Facebook ads. Tomorrow, same thing, 11 a.m. Central Time. Cool? Wednesday, same thing. Thursday, same thing. So day after tomorrow as well, we have 3 days, and you may want to stick around because day 4, we might just have some really cool announcements coming up. Awesome. So I was totally a social media manager by accident. And when I started working with this client, I went to their house and I was super nervous, very uncertain. I didn't know if I could get results. Honestly, I had no clue, you guys, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and I'm going to learn as much as I can. So I started watching Shark Tank, started watching every YouTube video I could get my hands on. This is why, by the way, you guys, I put out free YouTube videos every single week. We do, generally speaking, 3 to 5 per week, and that is intentional. Free videos. As of right now, there are no ads on those videos because I really, really believe in the people who are hungry for learning, because that was me. That still is me. I still love learning. And so that's why we put out this content all the time for you guys. That's why I'm so excited to deliver this free training for you guys. Okay, so time goes on. This is about 6 years ago. And I start securing some more clients here and there. And I decided to stop being a hairdresser altogether and jump on into marketing. I just had this gut feeling like this is my thing. This is what I'm in love with. This is what I'm obsessed with. This is going to be my passion. Paul felt the same way. Has anyone felt that way when you've done something in business or marketing and you're like, oh, this is it. I don't know if this is even something that can be a job, but I love this. It found me, but then I also chose it. I was like, I'm going to totally just learn and do all of this as much as I can. So a few months later, I get a job at a marketing agency. Now, marketing agency is a fancy way of saying basically I was working for one of those companies that spams the heck out of everyone's email inboxes. But during that time, I learned a lot about copy. From there, I started building like ClickFunnels landing pages. I started kind of dabbling a little bit with different platforms. Instagram, I started growing my own platforms a bit. And I went to work for a tech company, actually an Inc. 5000 tech company, as their director of marketing. Still felt like an imposter, guys, by the way. Still totally nervous, still uncertain, right? Just keep in mind that that's a part of the journey for most people. All right, real fast. Who here is already loving this? You're like, okay, I feel like I'm in my zone. All right, so I started securing clients on the side of my 9 to 5. Love my 9 to 5. It's actually an awesome job. There's nothing wrong with it. However, one day I was home because my daughter was sick and I got written up the next day. And I was like, okay, I'm a little frustrated about that, but at the same time, whatever, that's company rules. Totally understandable. And then the next day, the president of the company, who, by the way, you guys, I adore. I love everyone that works and worked at my 9 to 5. I love them. I think that they're great people. But the president of my company comes in and he goes home early. And I was like, why are you going home early? And he's like, my son is sick. This is day 1, yes. So day 1 is today, day 2 is tomorrow, day 3 is the day after, Thursday, and each day is totally different information. So make sure that you come to all of them. They will disappear in 24 hours, got it? The replays are not permanent. They're gonna disappear and go into the vault. I just wanna be clear about that. That's not a false scarcity thing. Okay, so he goes home to be with his sick kid, and I realized, oh my gosh, I spend my days building a business for somebody else. That was like mind blowing for me. And I wasn't even mad at him. I was like, good for him. I love that he built his business. I love that he built his life and his schedule by design. I think that that's great. But I'm mad at myself now because I'm sitting here building someone else's business so that they can go be with their kids. What about me? What about my kids? I want to spend time with my family. I want to have the ability to go to field trips. And right now it doesn't look like that's a possibility ever or at any point in the near future. So I started securing clients on the side, and that lit a real fire in my belly to make it happen as fast as humanly possible. I started racing, started making it happen, took on a few clients. I actually got a client that wanted me to run Facebook ads, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this. But she was like, can you make them convert? And that was so scary to me because I didn't know how to make Facebook ads convert. And so I was honest with her. I said, you know what? I can try my absolute best. I can't make any promises. I've never made a Facebook ad convert. And truth be told, I've never done more than like a $20 boost. But I will do my best and we can see what happens. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I learned a lot the hard way. I never got that client's ads to convert. I learned a lot about why her ads never converted and wouldn't convert for years to come. But I continued working on towards it. I wanted to work with clients. I wanted to have success. I wanted to be known for someone, known as someone who could take a company and blow it up. Anyone else have that desire? Anyone say, like, whether it's your own company or clients' companies, you want to grow companies massively. I wanted that skill set. I wanted to be a powerful woman in business where when people hire me, they're like, you know what, if we have a snowball's chance in you know where, we're going to hire Rachel. That's what's going to happen. We're going to talk more and more about Facebook ads. Good question. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. I won't be able to answer all of them as we go. Converting basically means seeing a trackable return, meaning people purchase directly from the ads that you have placed. Who here has ever heard that Facebook ads don't work, or Facebook ads are a scam, or Facebook ads won't work for this company or this industry or whatever? Lots of people have heard this. Oh yeah, that's pouring in on all platforms. Okay, so the crazy thing is, you guys, Facebook ads can work for any industry. Yes, any industry. There are workarounds with everything. Facebook ads can produce a return for any industry. And I know this. I've seen this. I've worked on so many different clients in so many different industries. I'll share with you guys some of the wins that we've had though since then so you can see the growth and the change that's happened since I learned how to crush it with Facebook ads. Who here is like, yes, I want to learn. And do you want to learn for yourself and your own business, or do you want to learn for clients? Let me know in the comments. For yourself, for clients, for both, all of the above. Yes, please. So I'll share with you guys some of the results we've gotten. I'll share my favorite wins because they're pretty powerful. First and foremost, we took on a weight loss company. And when they came to us, they were doing about $300,000 per year in revenue. Okay, decent, right? Pretty successful by a lot of counts. So we took them on and started running Facebook ads. We generated very profitable returns. Within 11 months, we scaled that business to over $3 million in revenue. And I will share some names here today. That company is Code Red. Some of you guys have heard of the Code Red lifestyle. We helped grow their social platforms as a whole, but we grew them from $300,000 per year in revenue to over $3 million in less than 1 year. And that is directly attributed to Facebook ads. Who here wants a piece of that kind of work? Can I just say that, you know, I've always been a bubbly, fun blonde that likes to enjoy laughter and jokes and all of that. And there is nothing that has ever made me feel more powerful and confident than learning how to blow a company up. It is one of my favorite things in the whole world. It makes me feel every day like I'm on Shark Tank. It is so powerful. Okay, fun win number 2. We took an e-commerce shop. Has anyone ever seen the Faith shirts? The Faith shirts where it's faith written sideways? Code Red works for a lot of people too. Isn't that awesome? So those Faith shirts, we took them on and they were doing about $1,000 a day in e-commerce sales. And we blew them up to $10,000 days within less than 3 months. Who here wants a piece of that action? Pretty powerful, right? So faith-based e-commerce company. Who here wants it? All right. Number 3, we have a lot of wins, but like I said, I'm just going to share my favorites because these are super fun. We took on a course. Basically, it was like a course launch. And we spent $25,000 in ad spend. Some of you guys have heard of this program, actually. It's called SPA, Sponsored Product Academy. Who here's heard of Sponsored Product Academy? Some of you guys will have heard of that. We took $25,000 in ad spend. It was a very intense launch. But we turned that in to $1.6 million in revenue. Who here wants a piece of that? Works for programs, absolutely, without a doubt. We also took on a bar exam company. And we brought them from anywhere, depending on the campaign and the month and the season. We brought them from a 2 to a 9x return on ad spend. We've also worked with coaches. We've worked with Shark Tank companies. We've worked with Dragon's Den participants. We've worked actually with, we white labeled for Lionsgate to help make one of their videos. It was called Americana. It was released in South America. We helped that to go viral. We also took a skincare company called MIG, and we brought them from $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 months to consistent multiple six-figure months. Okay, cool. I could go on all day, but you guys don't want to hear about me. You want to hear about what's working. Okay, so number one, and I'm just going to go off. I'll be honest with you guys. We've got a lot that I want to cover today. I hope you guys are cool with that. I'm going to share with you guys the 3-tier strategy today. I know this is going to be super powerful for some of you guys because this is one of the things that most people don't know about Facebook ads. By the way, who here is already geeking? Couple people. Facebook is pumping. TikTok's alive. YouTube is okay. You guys are here. I see you. Mwah. Okay, so number one, we're going to talk about this 3-tier strategy because this has been a game changer. And real fast, very diverse niches, yes, it works. SaaS companies, yes, it absolutely works. Feel free to ask industries, but I'm going to focus on what I'm sharing today. And then if we have time, we'll get into questions and answers. Otherwise, we have a really cool, super awesome bonus to you guys just for attending. Real fast, from my team, I know they're in the chat as Rachel Pedersen. Do we have a bonus for people who attend live? Do we have a bonus for people who attend live? I think we do. Actually, no, we do. I just can't remember what it is. I need more coffee. We have a bonus for people who attend live. We'll see what it is. They're going to drop it in the chat in just a little bit. That, or they're going to tell me, be quiet, Rachel, because you're not supposed to share that yet. I'm not great at following the rules. Okay, so number one, Facebook ads can work for any industry. Any industry. You got it? Even restricted industries. Guys, someone tell me that the weight loss industry is not restricted. Someone tell me it's not restricted. It is so restricted. We were able to have that success. There is always a way. There's always a workaround. Ooh, snowing outside. So Facebook ads can work for every single industry. Even if you have no online presence, even if you've never run Facebook ads before, there are certain things that are going to make it better. We'll see if my team announces it. If they don't announce what the bonus is, we'll share it later. I probably said it way before I was supposed to. Before we dive into this 3-tier strategy, I want to get these few rules in place. Number one, Facebook ads can work for every industry and niche. You have to get creative sometimes. Got it? You have to get creative, but it can absolutely work. To the person on YouTube who is saying that horrible thing, so funny, you've been reported. So inappropriate. And you spelled my name wrong. There we go. Okay. Number two. For someone calling me an idiot, you can't even spell my name. If you're going to spell my name in an insult, at least get that right. Okay. By the way, I like to have fun with that because there's always a lot of like hate comments on anything that you do when you choose to sparkle, and I'm totally fine with that. All right, number two, you can get a trackable return on ads if you follow with the right strategy. Got it? It is possible. Actually, let's take a moment real fast. I know you guys are already doubting it. Go ahead and ask me industries in the chat. What industries do you want to know if it works for? And I'll let you guys know. Just to make sure it's super, super, super clear. There's 3 chats. There's TikTok, there's YouTube, and then there's Facebook. So it's kind of fun. You learn to like laugh about mean comments because it's just kind of like, okay. And did you want me to like go back up into my bed and cry? Because I'm not going to. Okay, boutique, yes, it totally works. Fitness, yes. Marriage blog, absolutely. Political shirts, Facebook has placed a hold on all those topics. Election season is different for anything political. It's going to open back up very, very soon. Just watch. Nonprofit and healthcare, yes, yes. Social media management, yes. Service-based ads are different, and I'll explain why potentially. I think that'll be on Thursday. Music industry, yes. SaaS in Puerto Rico, yes. Granola, yes. Life insurance, yes. What else? What else? Let's flip the camera on TikTok live so everyone, nope, that's not right. I don't even know if I can, it's not letting me, mirror mode. There we go. What else? Manufacturing execution software. Yes. Service-based. Yes, but it is different. Trucking finance. Yes. Crafts. Yes. SaaS. Yes. Lifestyle. Food blogger. Yes. Construction. Yes. Eyewear. We've even used Facebook ads to get the attention of Tyson Chicken as a client or as a lead for one of my clients. They were in food distribution. They're like the in-between. They're food brokers. Detox, heck yes. Photography, yes. Personal finance, yes. Kids' toys, absolutely. Salons, yes. COVID-19 products with a workaround, yes. Do note, there's always a way if you're comfortable with a workaround. There is still absolutely a way. Realty, yes. Agriculture, yes. Presidential library, yes. Anyone loving hearing that this is all totally possible and that there are some caveats? Okay. So it is possible to get trackable returns on ads, but you all have to promise me one thing moving forward. You will not, we're going to just draw a little X through it. You will not run ads until you have already thoroughly planned for how you're going to get the trackable return. If you do not know with confidence when you start ads how you'll get the trackable return, how you will measure success, what success means, what kind of return you're expecting, that you will not run ads. Cool? Because running ads without a strategy, a plan, the ability to track the returns, that is going to further or rather perpetuate the myths about Facebook ads, that Facebook ads don't lie. If you just hit boost, I can guarantee you, you're probably not going to see results. If you just start running Facebook ads and you've never given a thought to like, oh, how are we going to track returns? You're probably not going to see any returns. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. Okay. Let's remove these people. There's some cranky people here. Goodness gracious. Maybe I won't go live on YouTube anymore. Okay, number 3. The way that most people run ads and even sometimes agencies run ads makes them cost more. Has anyone ever heard that Facebook ads are expensive? Facebook ads are totally exactly what you make them into. They don't have to be crazy expensive. Who here's already felt this, heard this, started to wonder this? Are Facebook ads crazy expensive? Well, when you run Facebook ads the way that most people do, yes, you can burn through a ton of money. In fact, just not that long ago, I was talking to someone and she said, Rachel, I need to run traffic to my webinar. I said, awesome. How many people did you get on your last webinar? And she said 1,000 people or 2,000 people. And I was like, great. How much did you spend? She was like, $3,000. Cool. How much did you generate as a return? And she said, 1,000? 1,500? I said, so you lost money. So where do you want me to come in and support you? She said, I think I just need more people on my webinar. I said, so you're driving people to something that doesn't convert well, and now you want to increase the amount that we're spending there. Suddenly it clicked in her head. She was like, oh, so you mean I'm going to lose more money? And I was like, yes. And I know that that seems like a really simple realization, but a lot of people don't get that if you don't have an intentional strategy with Facebook ads, they're going to cost a lot. You're going to feel like they're crazy expensive. Some people say Q4 is expensive. I'm going to semi-disagree with this. If you run the right types of ads and the right types of campaigns and don't just plan for here and now, Facebook ads can actually be incredibly affordable in Q4. So you guys got it? Number 1, they can work for every industry. Number 2, you can get a trackable return. I forgot a word. Return on ads with the right strategy. And number 3, the way that most people run ads make them cost more. So I'm going to take you guys to a place of intentionality, because without intentionality, people don't believe these things. Everyone commit to this? Let me know. Do you commit to the 3 rules that we've already created? Cool. You're not going to run Facebook ads until you know how you're going to get a trackable return and have a clear strategy in place. Everyone cool with this? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. I want to see all the yeses come on in. All right, let's get this clean while I see those yeses come on in. Okay, so during the time where I was not yet able to run ads successfully, and I wasn't able to get a conversion from my ads, meaning people weren't buying, I wondered if Facebook ads could even work. I felt frustrated. I started to wonder, are people lying about Facebook ads working? Anyone ever wondered that? I've literally stepped back and been like, is this person making this up? Is this actually true? Like, can Facebook ads really work? Are there people who are really making hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars running Facebook ads? And are there agencies that actually get success? You start to doubt it. And you guys, I've been there. When you start to doubt things, you start to wonder, is anything ever going to work? It's okay to have some natural skepticism or doubt about Facebook ads. I'm telling you that they work, but I also understand that if I don't give you guys what I learned and what changed things, what made it so that Facebook ads could work for us forever, you guys will forever wonder, and I totally get that. So if you've ever felt skeptical, this is going to be really helpful. So I step back, and I'm running ads, totally not getting a conversion record or a track record for conversion. I'm stressed. I'm wondering, but I'm wanting to see that. I am craving it. And that craving inside of me was that feeling of, I want to be great. Has anyone ever said that? Has anyone ever cried that? I've cried that. I've seen people cry that. I want to be great. I want to be a legend. I want to be able to help businesses. I want to be able to help my own business. I want to build my list. I want to get conversions. I want this to happen so bad. And I was so hungry for it to happen that I started obsessing and studying and stalking every single ad that came into my newsfeed. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Is the live frozen, guys? Can you still see me? One person said the live is frozen. Did we get too many people? Did we crash it? Can you guys still see me? TikTok, we're good. YouTube, we're good. Facebook, we're good. We're good. So I'm at this place where I'm like, I want Facebook to ads to work. I need this to work. I want to be I want to be able to blow up other businesses. I want to be able to blow up my business. I want to know that I can turn on this switch and see this instant generation of success. If other people lose their signal, it's probably a network issue for them. So they can go ahead and refresh it. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I started studying, and I'm hearing all these different things. Some of these terms that you guys may have heard, people are saying like sidewalk, fast lane, top of funnel, bottom of funnel. You're like, what the heck is a funnel? I've never seen a funnel except for, the cakes at the state fair. People are saying all these crazy things, waterfalls, you got to warm them up, you got to do retargeting, and it's all super confusing. It is rough on YouTube. I'm totally going to keep it so I know all the people that I should ban from my channel. It'll be awesome. I know, right? Like, these are some cranky people. Guys, stay off of YouTube. They're so cranky. So I'm studying, I'm obsessing, and one day, as I'm searching through ads and trying so desperately to figure it out, I started to notice a pattern. One of the best things that I can do is literally step back and research. This is something I'm good at. I'm very, very good at stepping back and analyzing patterns and discovering what works, what doesn't. And I start to notice something. You guys ready for it? When it comes to Facebook ads, 95% of the ads that I'm seeing are following one pattern. And we're going to break it down. Who here has ever seen a Facebook Live in their newsfeed? Anyone? A couple people? Or videos? Now, has anyone ever seen a Facebook Live that was sponsored? True Midwestern comment. So true, right? Has anyone ever seen a Facebook Live that was sponsored, or did you not notice it? Maybe you didn't notice. When you're seeing Facebook Lives in your news feed, oftentimes they're sponsored. And a lot of people don't even notice it. Maybe sometimes it's a video. I'll put video too, because sometimes it can be a video. And I started noticing that before I started following a page and getting into their world, I would see a video or a Facebook Live. And I'd be like, what in the world? How come I'm seeing Facebook Lives from people I've never seen before? And I noticed they're sponsored. And then I would watch the video and I'd be like, okay, why am I being targeted for this? What is going on? I want to see what this is about. So I'd watch the Facebook Live, watch a couple minutes of it, and then, get busy or distracted or whatever. And sometimes you don't notice it because on a Facebook Live, it looks very normal. And then before you know it, within usually a couple hours, a couple days, I would see an ad for a freebie or even a lead magnet. Get my 5 tips for X, Y, and Z. Get my quick and easy down and dirty guide for fill in the blank. And so when this started coming in, I was like, hold on. I've seen this happen like 3 times. I've seen a Facebook Live. I watch the Facebook Live. Suddenly I get an offer for something. And at that point in time, I didn't know what that meant. No, you actually weren't pixeled. You don't get pixeled from watching a Facebook Live. Good theory, but not yet, because I hadn't clicked on anything besides the Facebook Live yet. So I just watched a Facebook Live, and then suddenly I stopped seeing the Facebook Lives and started seeing a lead magnet. Now, if you guys don't know what a lead magnet is, like I said, it's 5 simple steps to X, Y, and Z. Our quick worksheet for how to balance everything, motherhood and business and all of life. A quick ebook on how to fill in the blank. Make sure your videos are fully optimized, whatever. So I started getting curious and started clicking on every single Facebook Live that I could possibly find. I was like, I'm going to do this. Sure enough, and I started tallying. Again, it happened again, it happened again, it happened again. And I started seeing every single time that I clicked on a Facebook Live that was sponsored or a video that was sponsored, sure enough, within a few hours or a few days, this ad comes up next. Grab our free cheat sheet, grab our PDF, free quiz. There was a freebie in exchange for an email address that came next. Crazy, right? Crazy. And so I was like, okay, so I'm starting to see some patterns here because most people, and myself included, they run ads directly to a product, right? Who here has seen this? Most businesses, most agencies, most people try to run ads straight to a product. And that oftentimes doesn't work. It's very challenging. It's a lot of money, right? So then I start opting into these. I put my email in and I'm like, I'm going to track and see what happens next. And some magical things happened. I would not use discount codes or anything related to that. That's a whole nother topic. I would do actually, I would save that question because I want to answer that for sure. So we got lead magnets and I start opting in for them. And like clockwork, as soon as I opt in, guess what I see next? Sometimes we'll be talking about this a little bit on day 3, which will be super cool. Who's excited for day 3? Sometimes I would see an offer immediately, but usually within a couple days, or even sometimes within a couple hours, I would see the offer come on in. And this would be an offer, whether it's apply or buy or some kind of awesome savings. Over and over and over again, I would track it and I would notice every single time that I opted in, not only would the emails now start to reflect the offer, but it would also show up in advertising. This would show up time and time and time again. And suddenly I started to map it all out and I was realizing, holy cow, this is why we weren't able to get Facebook ads to work before. This is, but don't leave yet, the 3-tier strategy. And I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to break down the dirty details of how this works. Who here is excited that I'm not just going to reveal some fluffy secrets and then disappear with something? You know what I mean? I'm here to give you guys my all. Who here's ready for it? Who here already is like, oh my gosh, I've seen this and I didn't realize what this was? Who here's seen this model played out in Facebook ads already? And you're like, and now just so you guys know, you will never not be able to see the 3-tier strategy again. The 3-tier strategy is so powerful. There's several ways to do it. I'm going to teach you guys my favorite ways of running the 3-tier strategy. You guys have seen this, haven't you? Who here's seen this all over social media, all over Facebook ads? Yes, amen. I won't disappear because I could leave right after this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take care of you guys. So cool, right? I want you guys to win. You know it. All right. So real fast, just to cement this in your brain. Who here remembers, let's see if I can cover it up, what this strategy is called? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. What is this strategy called? Let's go for it. Cement it into your brains. Oh, yeah. Let's go, let's go. So great, you guys. 3-tier strategy. See it coming in. Beautiful. I want you guys to literally like write this down, memorize it, burn it into your brains. 3-tier strategy. You're now going to see it forever, everywhere you go. It's going to be so cool. Okay. So what's awesome about this is it's actually pretty easy to set up. And sometimes when we map these kind of things out, it can be a little bit confusing because does this feel a little bit invisible? Like, okay, this looks awesome in theory, Rachel, but how do we do this? How in the world do we set up Facebook ads to create this invisible strategy? Does that feel a little bit confusing? You know what I mean? It literally, you guys, just so you know, this blows my mind to this day. When I map out funnels or Facebook ads or whatever, there's this part of me that's like, this is so weird because this is actually invisible. This is faith. This is hope. This is trust. Like, it's a very weird concept. So if you're having a hard time wrapping your mind around it, just know that I have those moments too where I'm like, hold on, pinch me. So you mean to tell me I'm building something invisible? Yes, absolutely. But it's something invisible that really, really works. Okay, let's get some water. This is not for a course. This is the strategy that you use for physical products, for services. This is the strategy that you use for anything. Go ahead and ask me about an industry. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. What industry do you want to know if this works for? And I'll give you an honest answer. Is the lead magnet also a webinar? Sometimes it can be a webinar. That's actually not necessarily my favorite because I think most people aren't very good at webinars, and I'm just being honest about that. It's hard. Webinars are hard to convert. Okay, let's see. Baking business. Yes, absolutely. Construction, selling art, e-courses. Yes, yes, yes. Tourism, absolutely. E-commerce, health, clothing. Yes, yes, yes. Real estate. Yes. Self-published books, clothing and social media management. Yes, and yes. Art gallery, real estate. Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm a TV host, but I lost my job. Would this work to host an online show? Yeah, absolutely. Why does the lead magnet make me feel sneaky in a way? So a lead magnet should never feel sneaky. This is one of the biggest secrets, you guys. It doesn't need to be sneaky. Marketing does not need to be sneaky. Plainly put, businesses need to make money to run. If not, we'd all be nonprofits. Does this make sense? So get through your head, everybody, me included, that every business needs to make offers. Now, if you're feeling like it's sneaky, maybe they didn't actually provide that much value. There's a hint. When you load your lead magnets and your freebies full of good value that make people say, okay, this is like legit. This is real. This is good value. That is literally what I do with every single one of our freebies. And if I get feedback that a freebie's not good, guess what I do? We go and ramp it up. We juice it up. This should deliver a ton of value to people. I mean, a ton, literally. Okay, So cool. Let's go ahead and answer some of these. We got clothing and accessories. Yes and yes. We've done it for boutiques quite a bit. Jewelry. Yes. Jewelry. Yes. Like a walk-in retail place. It can, but there's some extra steps in tracking conversions, but there is a way. How do you get a sponsor? A sponsored video just means that you're running Facebook ads behind it. We're not actually going to be talking about sponsorships on this training at all. What kind of lead magnet for a handmade business? Save that question for the end. Really good question. How do you use it for physical products? Same way. Totally. Can the same adapt on IG and TikTok? Yes, except that there's not the same ability to retarget the way that there is on Facebook ads. Facebook ads have, in my personal opinion, I've run ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, and a little bit on Google. And Facebook ads have by far the best ability to retarget based on behavior, at least as it stands right now. The Facebook Live, is it an ad or on a previously recorded Facebook Live? It can be sometimes. Okay, classes, yes. Digital products, yes. Interior design and renovation services, absolutely yes. Dog bakery, yes. Subscription box, yes. We've actually done it for a subscription box. Has anyone heard of Justin Flom? He's kind of a well-known magician, pretty darn well-known. Anyone heard of Justin Flom? Couple people. Justin Flom was actually one of our clients. We ran his subscriptions box business, which is super fun. Okay, coaching. Oh, absolutely. Entertainer exposing Hollywood truths. I would love to see that business. That is so cool. But yes, totally. Affiliate marketing. Absolutely. All right, sports events industry. Yes. So good. So good. Healthcare. Yes. How could this work for a nonprofit? Oh, Goodwill's here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm pretty cool most of the time. Chill. Goodwill, I love you. If you contact me after this, I will help set up your guys' strategy 100% for free because I love you. I personally love you. That sounds like I'm a crazy person, but literally, Goodwill, you guys got me through the seasons of my life where I was a single mom and couldn't afford fancy clothing to go to school to be a hairstylist. And you guys straight up, I went into Goodwill and I would have like my 25% off coupon for donating items. And so I would go and I'd be searching through. Sometimes there'd be like the clearance days. I'd go in on the clearance days when there was like the pink sticker or whatever. And I'd be searching for items that were less than $5 that I could also use a 25% off coupon on because I was on food stamps, welfare, and I didn't have money for clothing. I am so passionate about Goodwill because Goodwill got me through a season where I didn't feel presentable. And so Goodwill, this goes for all of the locations. I will at any point support you guys in marketing consulting. So let's just be super clear about that. That was like a funny moment. Wow. So cool. Okay, sell CBD oil, yes, but you have to be sneaky with the workaround. There is a workaround. Can you use Facebook ads to advertise an Etsy store? Yes, if you have the pixel integration in place. Will we get a replay of this? There will be, but just for 24 hours. Cool. Healthcare. Amazing. Are you saying that you're using the Facebook Live as a hook? Can it just be a video? It can be a video. Facebook Lives are a great way to do it. It's a very simple way to do it versus worrying about like production or anything like that. I'm a huge fan of Facebook Lives because it's an easy way to create quality content. Does that make sense? Pretty cool. Law firm. Yeah, absolutely. Explainer video marketing. Oh, definitely. We worked with Doodly for a while. If you guys have heard of Doodly, and explainer video marketing performs very well on Facebook ads. So, all right, let's see what else. Right? Do you guys understand this passion that I have for Goodwill? Like, I will forever believe in Goodwill. I will help them on TikTok. I will help them on YouTube. I will help them on Facebook. That's like the secret passion and love that I have. And I still shop at Goodwill. I'm obsessed. So, okay. Oh, and there's another. Okay, I'm going to cry. I'm going to try not to cry. It's so cool that you guys are here. All right. So, we've got these 3 tiers. The very first thing that you do is we start with tier 1. Tier 1 is simply put the Facebook Live. True story. It is on my vision board to one day pay back Goodwill for everything that they did for me. And so I think that that may happen in the next year. It's very exciting. Tier 1 is this Facebook Live or video. I will be clear. Any questions about Facebook Lives or tier 1? Tier 1 is simply put some type of video. There's no substitute for video here. Can you use something else? You could, but this isn't the true 3-tier strategy that drives down your costs of Facebook ads significantly. significantly. I'm talking several dollars per transaction. I'm talking cutting lead magnet, a lead price from anywhere from $3 to $5 or even $8 or $17 all the way down to, let's say, 50 cents to $1.50. That's a big difference. Huge, massive. It cuts down your cost per purchase if you didn't have a second tier, but I highly recommend having a second tier for so many different reasons. Addiction recovery, yes. Doctors and dentists, yes. Okay, beautiful. You guys ready for this? So tier 1, what questions do you guys have about tier 1? We'll get through as many of these as we can. So tier 1 is a video. Now, are you guys ready for this? Everyone always wants to make things about their product. And this is where most people get this backwards completely. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not perfect in marketing. There are times where I want to make things about me. Totally, it happens. There are times where I'm like, I'm going to create a YouTube video and I end up talking about myself a lot. And sometimes that works, but most of the time, do you know what audiences care about? What's in it for me? That's what everyone wants to know. They want to know what this is for or what this is going to do for their life. They want to know how you're going to add value, why you care about them. They want to know so much about their lives, and they want to know nothing about your business, your products, your logo, your seal, your guarantee, anything like that. They do not care, and I want to be so clear about that. So there are several different things that I like to create in this right here. There are several different things that you can tap into. You guys ready for it? These videos can follow the 4 E's. There's one E that is significantly easier than other E's, but we're going to dive on in. Are you guys ready for it? Who's still with me? Best day ever. Okay, emotion is the very first one. Emotion is tough to tap into. For example, if I were working with Goodwill, my tier 1 would be a video of me telling my story of being a single mom on welfare and food stamps and how I would literally push my daughter Dakota in a stroller. I would push her 5 miles. You can literally track where we lived to the nearest Goodwill. And I would explain that during a time in my life when I couldn't afford new clothes, I would search through the racks desperately hoping I could find something from J. Crew or from Banana Republic. I didn't want people to know that I didn't fit in at hair school or that my whole life felt like I was barely holding it together. Who here knows that that emotion right there would pull people in? My name is Rachel Pedersen and I built several 7-figure businesses, but I want to talk about a time in my life when Goodwill had my back. Boom, right? Emotion is challenging to do. And I don't recommend that most people would lead with emotion because that is a very challenging marketing tactic to tap into until you've gotten really good at creating emotion. By the way, who here would watch that video? Even if it was 5 minutes, me telling the story, the real story behind the scenes. If you guys have questions that are not directly related to tier 1, save them till the end. We'll see if we can get to any questions. Who here would watch that video? You'd be like, I want to hear about what happened. I want to know. I want to know how Goodwill serves people. Emotion's challenging, but it's super powerful if you can get it in tier 1. But that's not about Goodwill. That's about me as the customer and my story, my experience with Goodwill. So there's already a hint, right? That's tier 1. So emotion is one that you can use. The next one is kind of fun. We're doing it here a little bit. This is not my favorite for a tier 1 video. By the way, guys, these are the 4 E's, okay? We got the 4 E's. The second one is engagement. Second one is engagement. Can someone comment back to Julia and let her know that it's her connection and it's not everyone? Okay, so engagement's really tough, but right here, how much engagement do you guys think there is on this video across all platforms? There's a lot, right? There's a lot of engagement. I'm just looking to see. Just a heads up, don't check the YouTube chat. Okay, tons of engagement here. People are hanging out. Lots of people are commenting. Tons of engagement here, right? Are these really engagement-packed videos? Because I'm saying comment below, drop a 1, etc. That would be a great example of it. You can share a story and then resonate with people. Ask people to share their answers in the chat. These are also challenging to do well. Oftentimes, you can ask people for straight up engagement and not get it. Has anyone ever done that? It's a little cringy. I do it sometimes too. I'll put out a video and be like, comment below if, and you get like 7 comments and you're like, okay, that's cool. Just let's keep on going, right? Now this would be a great tier 1 video. And hey guys, here's a tip. We're totally gonna use this as a tier 1 video. Awesome? So fun. Okay, so engagement's a little challenging. If you don't understand how to get tons of engagement, don't do this, okay? Strategy number 3 is entertainment. All right, so we'll do a hypothetical question. Who here would watch a video of me sharing some of the most embarrassing moments I have had as a social media manager? Who here would watch that? Who here would watch a video that shows my most embarrassing story altogether? I got some really embarrassing ones. I'll actually share the story now, and if you think it's funny, drop a 1 in the chat. I was working as a hairstylist, and I worked at the salon that I didn't feel super comfortable at. Every other salon I loved. There was just one where it was like there's a really weird dynamic, and I was also at a time where I didn't really know myself yet. So I'm working at the salon, and this new girl starts, and she's so beautiful. Like, you know those perfect people where everything is always perfectly put together, and you get a little intimidated immediately because that's not me and that's not my life and it never will be. Oh my gosh. So she reaches out her hand and she says, "Hi, I'm Jolena." And I look at her and like some idiot robot, I say back to her, "Hi, I'm Jolena." Oh my gosh. And that was in front of everyone. So embarrassing. Drop a 1 if you think that that was funny. And you'd be like, I actually like that. I kind of like her. I resonate with this. Yes? Okay. So entertainment is fun. You guys will notice a lot of my entertaining content is on TikTok. That's a place where I lead with a lot of entertainment. I love to have fun. I love to be a goof. I like to tell embarrassing stories. I don't worry too much about being taken seriously because I don't want to be taken seriously. I want to be taken for fun. I want to be taken on adventure. So horribly embarrassing story. Entertainment can be really fun. This one also can be challenging because a lot of people think that they are so funny. And guess what? The world is going to tell you the truth. Are we that funny? Sometimes I have moments, but a lot of the stuff that I think is funny isn't actually that funny. So I usually test out my content on TikToks. Some of them do very well on TikTok. Some of them don't. So you'll learn a lot from TikTok whether or not your videos are actually entertaining. Kind of nice, right? Entertainment is also fun. But now we're going to get into the type of video that every single person can create. Every single person can create educational content. Education is easy. It's for anyone. Now, education is powerful because no matter what, you are delivering value to your audience. First and foremost, you are leading with value intentionally. So I love education for the first tier of the 3-tier strategy because education is accessible and anyone can do it. Now, are you going to appear as an expert for everyone? Absolutely not. If I'm teaching this right here, if a top Facebook ad strategist is on this training watching now, and there might actually be some watching, are they going to get tons and tons and tons of value from this? Probably not. They probably have their own strategies that they follow. They might watch this and be like, oh, that's a good one. I kind of like that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, this education in this video is not meant to appeal to absolutely everyone. And Amanda nailed this in the Facebook chat. She said, education would be the hardest for me, confidence thing. So while these 3 are technically the most challenging to get to perform, education is the hardest mentally to get over. So when you work with clients and while you are working with your own 3-tier strategy, this is a time where you're going to have to tap into a lot of mindset work because it is a time where you have to step forward. Imposter syndrome will be at an all-time high through that process. I'm giving you guys that heads up. It is absolutely the most challenging mentally. But at the same time, like, do you guys realize that right here, right now, I could be nervous thinking about like the bigger people that are watching this? What if there's someone who spends $10 million a month on Facebook ads watching? That's okay. This one's not for him. This one's for everyone else. he's got his own things. He can come and hang out if he wants, or she, but this doesn't need to be for everyone. This is especially for people who are in those first 3 or 4 buckets. Notice that when I asked the beginning, who here has run Facebook ads, who here is struggling with Facebook ads, who here wants to do more? Did you guys notice I never went into who here spends more than $1 million a year on Facebook ads? Did you guys notice that? Now do you notice it? I did that because I'm not trying to appeal everyone, including people who spend millions of dollars on Facebook ads. This isn't for them. They've already got some things figured out. Kind of cool, right? So education is the most powerful. I'm going to give you guys a really awesome and powerful heads up. If you want to come up with great content for your Facebook Lives, or you can record these as videos, go to answerthepublic.com. Warning before you use this. You get 1, sometimes 2, but usually 1 search per 24 to 48 hours, okay? 1 search per 24 to 48 hours. So don't waste it. But go to answerthepublic.com and enter your industry or your niches or your client's industry or your client's niche in the search there. And it will populate for you all of the questions that people are asking specifically about that topic. Download it as a CSV and you've got content for years. Truth be told, you've got content for a very, very, very long time. Now, like I said, education is going to be the most powerful. So let's say you have a skincare company. With my clients, we talked about what is a great morning routine? What's a great nighttime routine? What is apple cider vinegar really healthy for skin? What else? People ask, is coconut oil a good moisturizer? You can answer all of these different questions with tons of value. Position yourself as the ultimate go-to expert. This is valuable, you guys, for both you and for the clients that you're going to run specifically Facebook ads for. Why 24 hours? I don't know. I didn't invent answerthepublic.com. No clue. That's just what they made up. Every 24 to 48 hours. Lots of people are asking this. I don't know. I didn't make it up. It's probably because they want you to buy the expensive version or the premium version. So when it comes to these, they can be lives, they can be videos. I like Facebook Lives because it removes our ability to have to edit. It removes our compulsion to edit and get everything perfect. Does that make sense? Facebook Lives force you to just do it. Have you guys noticed? I'm not perfect. I'm showing up here as I am. I've got some bags under my eyes from travel this week. Actually, they kind of don't show up on Facebook Live, which is nice. Or TikTok. TikTok has really good filters. Whoa, let's not look at YouTube right now. So what's powerful is you can do a Facebook Live related to any of these 4 things. You can do a video related to any of these 4 things. Now, are you guys ready for it? You can run traffic to that video. So you post it onto your Facebook page for you or your clients. By the way, who here wants to run Facebook ads for clients? Let me know in the comments. I see those answers coming on in. Couple of you guys, awesome. Okay, with Facebook Lives, you are going to run ads as, I'm gonna need to make some more space. Hope you guys have these notes. By the way, these replays will not be available forever. In fact, they're gonna disappear in less than 24 hours, and then they go into the vault and you won't be able to get them. Just giving you the heads up. Can't say I didn't tell you. Okay, so you are gonna want to run these ads. I'm gonna give you a general rule of thumb, but keep in mind the bigger your company, the bigger your revenue, the more audience you wanna build, the more success you want, you will want to spend more. But a good place to start for a small business is $5 per day. Why $5 per day? Because it's the minimum. We used to be able to spend $1, $2 per day. I don't have that ability anymore. Some people may have that ability to just run $1 or $2 per day. But you're going to spend about $5 per day to this specific Facebook Live. And you are going to use the following objective. Video views. Cool? Video views objective. So $5 per day is a great place to start. Truth be told, every single Facebook page should always have tier 1 ads running and constantly be building an audience. When do you dig a well? Let's see if anyone knows the answer to this. When do you dig a well? Can you guys still see me on TikTok? You do not have to spend money on Facebook ads to build a business, but this is a great way, especially before you have an audience, to have the audience there by the time you're ready to like start pushing stuff out there. Okay, look, some people said before you need water. Who else can guess this? When do you build a well? Oh, you guys got quiet on Facebook. Can you still see me? Before you're thirsty. There we go. Before you're thirsty. Awesome. Yes. Build an audience before you desperately need sales or revenue. Got it? Dig that well before you're thirsty. Running Facebook ads $5 per day. You'll never be sad that you did. You'll never be sad that you did before your water runs out. You guys got it. You guys are geniuses, okay? So run Facebook ads at $5 per day. You can do more, but I just recommend just having kind of that baseline always running in the background. Run those all the time. Video views objective. Then from there, there's this really neat thing in Facebook where you can retarget people who have watched at least a certain portion of the video. People who have seen at least 3 seconds of the video. People who have seen at least 10 seconds of the video. People who have seen at least 25% of the video. 50%, 75%. I think you can actually go all the way up to 95%. Target people who have watched at least 10 seconds of the video. Though our personal research and studies have shown, that sounds like I'm a scientist. Our research within our own team and within our own agency has shown that if you target people who have watched at least 3 seconds of your video, you will see an increase in conversion just by those 3 seconds, because once people have seen your name and your face once, or your business once, and you've given them value, they subconsciously will always know it. They'll, even if they can't identify where they've seen you before. Cool? This is for a small business. If you're here because you want to run Facebook ads and you can't afford $150 per month, I wouldn't suggest running Facebook ads at all. It's you want to do it right. Otherwise, you're going to fall into those 3 categories that I shared at the very, very beginning. Got it? So for small businesses, definitely run $5 per day. If you're wanting to run Facebook ads for less than $150 per month, I would recommend just waiting and doing organic methods. That's not me saying that people who can't afford Facebook ads aren't worthy businesses. Got it? I love small businesses. I love startups. I love the growth phase. I love that beginning time when you don't have enough sales yet. But there are tons of organic methods that you can use in the meantime if you can't afford Facebook ads. Cool? Awesome. You guys have great questions. I know there were some questions in the TikTok thread. We're going to keep on going. Who here is excited about tier 2? Drop a 2 in the chat if you're excited about tier 2 as we dive on in. I want to make sure I don't miss these. Does Instagram do that too? Retarget people who have watched the video? Not as well. I don't have that ability actually at all to retarget people who have watched videos on Instagram, so I use Facebook. Is the Facebook ad $5 per day ad spend for a live or just any video? It can be any video, but as I've been sharing, I recommend Facebook Lives because it's authentic. Okay, is spending $100 a day and haven't received a sale? Turn off your ads now. It's not going to change by spending more money. Cool? I want to be clear about something, okay? Now, if I ever come across like angry, chances are I'm not angry. I'm just really passionate. Cool? Cool, cool. If you, a client, a friend, anyone is spending money on Facebook ads and not getting any results, turn them off. 100%. That's like if you were to say, like Rachel, so since you've been spending, $300 per month on laser skin resurfacing, have you had any results? And if I were to be like, no, I don't have any results, but I keep spending money, you'd be like, you're crazy. Turn them off, right? Like stop spending. Same thing with Facebook ads. If you're not getting sales, more Facebook ad spend will not get sales. So if you do not have sales at least 1 to 2% conversion rate, meaning for every 100 people who visit your sales page, you're getting a sale, just turn them off and follow this strategy to a T. Got it? I'm intense. Ooh. Okay, so cool. Hi, Kelly, good to see you. So you can retarget all the people who watched your tier 1 video with at least 10 seconds. So all of the people in this audience are now your tier 2 audience. This is powerful. Who here is enjoying today already? If you're enjoying it, give it a big old thumbs up. Share the live. If you have friends who might be interested in this, share it. Let them know there's free Facebook ads trainings. And this is just day 1, you guys. We're just getting started. How cool is that? All right. Next up, we are going to retarget people with a lead magnet. Now, what I'm super excited about, today is absolutely essential. Each day is going to build upon the day before. But on day 3, we're going to talk about how I use the ATM funnel. This is pretty cool. An ATM funnel to actually pay me to build my list and build my business every single month. If it sounds too good to be true, it's because it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's a ton of work. But once you get them kicking, it's pretty powerful. What if spent equals conversions? Well, keep doing it. If something's working, do it. Awesome. What about negative comments on ads? Ignore them, comment, reply, delete, block, whatever. There's not a right or a wrong. I personally think they're engagement, so we like to reply in like a silly or fun way and just let them be. Pretty powerful, right? So the $5 a day, we are not targeting anyone. Just put in the video views objective. Oh no, I would definitely create your targeting. You're going to want a broad audience there though, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Targeting, I could talk about it for a whole week, straight up. Okay, awesome. Let's keep on going, guys. You ready? Let's keep on going. Next up, we're going to dive into tier 2. And tier 2 is that beautiful, juicy lead magnet. If someone has already watched your Facebook Live or your video and they're like, I love the value that they put out there. I love it. I want more. Awesome. Go ahead and serve them with something that gives them even more value. I'll give you guys some ideas of the different things that we have. We have like free Facebook ad bundles. We've offered those quite a bit. Who here's actually gotten that? In there, we have ways to save money, mistakes that you might be making, the complete Facebook ad template. We have our TikTok starter kit is an awesome freebie with a lot of value. We also have, we have a ton actually. We have a social media manager bundle with like the top tools. We have a pricing masterclass that's totally free. We have a ton of different awesome and powerful freebies. My goal with the freebie is that people say like, yeah, that was actually really good. If it's things like be consistent, give value. If it's very basic, that's not something that's going to make you stand apart, and it's actually going to detract from your experience with your customers. Okay, is the retargeting to the lead magnet assuming that anyone who's watched that video for say 95% is highly interested in your product or service? I would not agree with that correlation. I don't think that that's necessarily accurate. I think that someone who potentially watched a portion of your video may potentially in the future have a need. But there's not a direct correlation that just because someone watched even the full video means that they're interested, and vice versa. Just because someone left your video and didn't watch the full video doesn't mean that they necessarily aren't interested. Okay, how long should the Facebook Live be? It can be as long as needed. So I will give you guys this heads up. We have run Facebook Lives or videos that were up to a minute, and we have a client that has like a 40-minute documentary that we've run as this ad, and that also crushed it. So guys, we see my team in the chat. We have bonuses at the end of today. Can we share what those bonuses are, Jess? I'm excited. Jess, what are the bonuses that people are going to get at the end of today? Or can we not share yet? We'll find out. So for product based in tier 2, we would offer a free product. No, absolutely not. I would give guides, PDFs, worksheets, workshops, free training series, any kind of freebie that offers more value to them. Set yourself apart as the expert. What do people need to know about your industry or products or services or about the routines that they use? All right, so tier 2, generally speaking, you're going to use one of 2 objectives, generally speaking. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of different ways to I don't want to say skin this cat because it's horrible and I'm vegan now, but you can use traffic. You can use engagement sometimes. And you can also use conversion optimized objectives. I like to use the conversion optimized objective complete registration. Now, just because I'm teaching you this, do not just go and run ads. Everyone, solemnly swear you will not run ads until you have several things in place, okay? Everyone solemnly swear. Ready for this? Number 1, do not run ads if you don't have your complete pixel in place. Got it? You need your pixel completely together, working, tested, and firing. Cool? Your pixel needs to be in place. Your pixel is what makes sure that you have a trackable return. So just because I'm teaching you this, don't just go and run ads just because I've said this. You need to have a complete pixel all together, firing, tested, etc. Okay, complete pixel in place. And number 2, without a converting offer, you could spend all the money in the world and not get any results. You guys solemnly swear? Let me know. I need yeses in the chat. I want to make sure that no one's going to go run Facebook ads and say, you told me. Well, let me be clear. You need the complete pixel in place. Okay, so when it comes to your offer, Facebook ads are an accelerant. I want you to imagine that your offer, like your products, are sticks. So what happens if you have a bunch of sticks and you pour gasoline representing the Facebook ads? What happens if you pour a bunch of gasoline on sticks? I know this seems obvious, but I want this to be so clear. Let's see. Pixel is a little bit, it's hard to explain it without the word in the meaning. A pixel is like a 1-by-1, literally like pixel, like in digital art or graphic design, that basically tracks which pages people have gone to. So different portions of the pixel will do things like show that someone has purchased because they've successfully made it through the purchase process, or you've had it, or maybe they've opted in. It's tracking exactly what happens. Okay, let's see what people say. Who here's loving this? A couple people. Nothing unless you have a match. Bingo! So close. Ruan says, fires up. No, it doesn't. Primes them. Good job, Stacy. Robbie says, they get wet. Brian says, they burn out quick. Well, if it was on fire, yes, but close. They don't spark, you guys. There's no spark. Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy how you guys all thought like right away it probably lights it on fire? If you pour gasoline on sticks, nothing happens. But this is a common misconception with Facebook ads. People think if I have a digital offer, if I run Facebook ads to it, we're going to get a big old fire. Conversions. I'm going to be rich. We're all going to be millionaires. No. We're missing the spark. You have to make sure that there's a spark, you guys. If you don't have a spark, nothing happens. Anyone have a mind-blown moment? If you run Facebook ads to an offer that doesn't convert, it's also really expensive gasoline, super expensive. It's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. You have to have a spark. Conversion is the spark. Generally speaking, I shoot, right? You totally assumed it. Isn't that funny? No fire present yet. 1 to 2% is what I look for. So if you're not currently converting on your paid offer at 1 to 2% of all traffic, sure, you can run Facebook ads and test it. Now that may be different for service providers, but if you don't already have a track record for conversion, don't just pour more and more and more gasoline on your offer. So you need to be converting. And I can show you guys how to look for that. Well, we'll see if we have time. 1 to 2% conversion plus. So you need to have your complete pixel in place. You need to have at least a 1 to 2% conversion rate, or else you're just pouring gasoline on sticks with no match, no spark, no ability to actually start a fire. Now, that being said, are there ways to test it? Absolutely. Can you still build an audience with tier 1? Yeah, without a doubt. You can even build an audience, an email list with tier 2. Okay, so when it comes to this lead magnet, you're going to run one of these objectives, retargeting the people who watch your Facebook Live. Okay? But one of the most powerful things that most people don't realize about Facebook ads is that you can use the email marketing behind the scenes to generate sales for free. You don't have to pay to re-reach them again. so you can nurture them with all of these touch points, which are emails. So you get their email, step 1, tier 2, right? And now you get to have all of these additional touch points and get tons of sales. Did you guys know that we literally make thousands of dollars per day just from emails, from email retargeting? In fact, we'll talk more about this on the ATM day. 50% of our purchases when someone enters their email come from the emails that follow. So email marketing is an important part of this equation. Now you guys are going to notice I'm talking about a lot of different things. This is all a part of the marketing ecosystem. This is really important. Facebook ads are not just an isolated thing. That's like saying, like, how do you be a good parent? If someone were to answer, like, use a crock pot, you'd be like, amidst a lot of other things, there's a lot more that goes into the equation. Parents, am I right? Would you roll your eyes at someone who said the secret to being a great parent is to have a crock pot? You'd be like, that's funny, but that's not reality. Reality is there's a lot that goes into the marketing ecosystem, but once you understand it all, it's so fun to put it all together. Cool, cool. Okay, so tier 2 is all about getting the email address and then continually marketing to those people. The cool thing is you can do this in an automated fashion. You don't have to sit there. Is this super blurry for anyone else, or is it decent? We'll find out. Can you guys see okay? I think on YouTube it's not as great, but if you can't see it on as well on TikTok or on YouTube, head on over to the Facebook page. Can you guys see this okay? It's a lot, for sure, right? It's decent? Okay, I think we'll be good enough. Decent is going to be good enough today because this is really just things that are highlighting what I'm saying. Okay, so tier 3. Tier 3 is where you retarget the people who gave you their emails. I want to make sure you guys are all awake and paying attention. A little blurry. I'll try to write a little bigger. Cool? If you are paying attention still, drop a 3 in the chat. Are you alive? Are you here? Are you excited about the bonuses? I'm excited about the bonuses, that's for sure. All right, you guys are ready. Let's dive on in to tier 3. I see you guys. I just explained what a pixel was just a little bit ago. You may have to watch it on the replay. Tier 3. The beautiful thing about Facebook ads are that you do have this functionality, the ability to retarget portions of audience. Yeah, I think it is. That is one of the frustrating things about this camera. I'm going to get a better camera at some point. Actually, I have a better camera. I just haven't set it up. I'm going to set up my better camera at some point. Okay, so tier 3, you have the ability to look at this audience and only target people who gave you their emails. Heck yes, you get to target all the people that gave you their emails in tier 2. Amazing. So people who are already being nurtured by emails, people who are already in your marketing ecosystem, being, as crazy as this sounds, indoctrinated, you get to straight up retarget them with tier 3 ads. Now, tier 3 ads are generally speaking going to be like a graphic and copy, sometimes video, but usually a graphic and copy. And you're going to follow the objectives, generally speaking, either traffic or conversion optimized. Oops, we almost forgot the N. For purchases. Meaning you tell Facebook straight up, hey, Facebook, I want you to put these ads in front of the people from this list that are most likely to buy. Oh, I forgot the C. You can also do traffic if you'd like. I've seen both work well. I like to use both at different times. And what's beautiful is even though this feels like this process would be more expensive, this actually brings down the cost of Facebook ads, anywhere from several bucks per action all the way to double-digit cost decrease. Yes, please. Who here wants a piece of that? So powerful. So the 3-tier strategy is absolutely essential. There is a 4th tier that you may sometimes add, but I'm not going to recommend that until you have an advanced budget. So let's go ahead and answer some questions about the 3-tier strategy. I'm going to answer a couple questions. Pretty cool, right? Objectives, traffic, conversion optimized. All right, who here learned something new today and you're excited? Who here has learned something new? Retain smaller audience groups. Cool, right? Smart, not expensive. Amen. Yes, please. Oh, geez. There we go. Looks like a lot of me's are coming in. Amazing. Is all of the tiers $5 for ads? The budget changes as your revenue changes and as you scale up. Scaling Facebook ads is a whole nother ball game. Okay, let's go ahead and answer a couple different questions. If you ask something that was in this, I may have you watch the replay, depending on how long the answer is. All right, you guys ready for it? Time to answer a couple questions. And the replays will only be available for less than 24 hours, and then they go into the vault. Should we send them to a sales funnel landing pages? Yes and no. You can build them in WordPress. You can build them in lead pages. I like ClickFunnels. I use it quite a bit. Finally have a client who's really wanting to use ads. Yay, that's so exciting. So in tier 2, do we also market to them via email programs for the same offer? In tier 3, you can, absolutely. But on day 3 of this training, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my my ATM strategy that makes it so that you actually get paid to build your list. Now, that's not possible for everyone because it does take work, and there's a lot of testing that definitely goes into that equation, but it's so powerful. Okay, we got to meet some people. There's some cranky people on YouTube. That's okay, you'll be gone forever. Okay, go ahead and ask a couple more questions. We'll answer a few more. I've got about 6 minutes left. Okay, let's see. Real fast, you guys learned something new today? Or something that you're like, oh, thank goodness, this is exactly what I needed. And who here is excited about day 2 and day 3? So if I'm making handmade soap that looks like desserts, what would you recommend for the education piece? Talk about what makes your products different. What are your differentiators? I would try to go into like the entertainment of the 4 E's because that one's going to be really powerful. You could get some great inspiration and ideas from TikTok. That's one of the places I get inspiration for entertainment, without a doubt. Okay. Do you only retarget those who have given you your email? Only if you are in cost reduction mode. So if you have a limited budget for Facebook ads, yes, only retarget the people who have given you their email. There are times where you will target people who have not given you their email, but you do not want to do that if your goal is to run successful, profitable ads and you do have a limited budget. Cool? All right, what is the workaround for selling CBD? Oh man, this is too long to even start. You're going to need to use bridge pages, ManyChat, retargeting, and then off Facebook marketing strategies. What specialized analytics tools will be required for a startup? None. Google Analytics is totally free. Can we have a successful case study of a real estate dentist, restaurant, etc.? I don't run ads for real estate dentists, restaurants, so I don't have a successful case study, but I have a ton of students that do have successful case studies of this. Are you running the tiers all at the same time? You can. If you are on a limited budget, you can start with just tier 1 running, and then you can take turns turning it off and going to tier 2 or tier 3. Thanks, guys. You guys are all so awesome. How actually to optimize your Facebook ads? Well, I mean, first you need to start with this. Optimizing Facebook ads is something that would take me like literally hours, days, weeks, months to teach. It's a lot. What are the industry standards for metrics? Is there a resource or chart? We have our own industry standards, but the biggest one that I recommend starting with is creating your own baseline because it's different for every single industry, if that makes sense. Right, Michelle? Isn't it so crazy? Do you need a business page to use Facebook ads? Yes, absolutely. You cannot run ads from your Facebook profile. I'll come answer some more questions in TikTok too if I can. All right, let's go on over to TikTok questions. Do I have a PDF breaking all of this down? Not right now. Nope. but this will be available for 24 hours, and then day 2's training is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Do I know Johanna Vendel? I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar. All 3 tiers are based on ads. Yes, 100%. Will it work the same in Mexico? Works the same worldwide. So I actually have students in 83 different countries. It might be 84 now. So we run ads worldwide, which is pretty cool. Local guidebook, 10 places you must see. Good call. When working with clients who does the Facebook Live, what if they're not comfortable with doing it? Well, they're going to have to. They're going to have to do something. So here's the thing, and this is really important. If a business isn't comfortable doing the marketing, they're going to have to either find someone in their business that is comfortable being what they call the attractive character or the face of the business, because you need someone at the front. Otherwise, it can feel highly impersonal, or you can hire a paid actor. But the social media manager doesn't need to. Since I'm a TV host, should I use a Facebook page? You'll want to use the Facebook page because you can't run ads to a personal profile. Will this be available to watch elsewhere? At facebook.com/the Mrs. Pedersen. It'll be available for just a little bit. All right, let's keep on answering some questions. How do you get clients? I'm going to be sharing how to get clients more so on day 3. And I have a ton of strategies on my YouTube about how to get clients. Pretty cool. What about an eBay store selling high-end luxury fashion items? I would not send traffic to an eBay store because you lose the ability to retarget the same way. I have videos with millions of views. You already have. Is that the person I think it is? Hannah! I totally know who you are. That's so crazy. I was like, it's so small and far away. You have a huge tier 1 audience that you can retarget right away, which is so cool. Okay, I have a camper rental business in Kauai. It's quite affected by COVID, but picking up again. If you guys want to see this from the start, head on over to facebook.com/the Mrs. Pedersen, all E's and a D in my last name. And then from there, this replay will be only available for 24 hours and then it disappears. But tomorrow, Wednesday, we have another training at 11 a.m. And then Thursday, we have another free training at 11 a.m. Cool? All right, how often do you recommend sending emails to your email list? This is very personal. Some people send emails once a week, once a month. I personally send 3 to 5 emails per week to my list. It totally depends on your audience, how familiar they are with email marketing, and how comfortable you are sending them consistent, valuable information. All right, let's keep on going. What else? So in tier 2, we just target the people who gave us their emails? Yes. How about much more research about how much more research and work I need to put into Facebook ads? Make sure you guys don't miss day 2 and day 3 because we're going to be diving very deep. All right, when you talk about the vault, what is the vault? You know, like Disney's vault, when they like put their videos away and you can't access them? That's what I mean. How do you analyze or optimize copy? That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. If you promote the same product with others, how to stand out? Any tips? Affiliate marketing? Yeah, build lots of value. Build more value than the other affiliates. Lots of Facebook Lives and tier 1 content. That's what I would do. 3 of the biggest challenges you've had as a social media manager. I can answer that another time. I can't answer that now because it's not related directly to the training that we're diving into today. Tips for organic reach, totally unrelated to today's topic. How to target health plans. 3-tier strategy. Like everyone needs a health plan, right? All of it is new. ClickFunnels, copycat audiences. It's going to be awesome. We'll be going really deep. Just make sure you guys come to all these days because I know it's going to keep compounding, but it's also going to make clear a lot of things that have been really intense. Is it best to boost an ad on Facebook or only use the business account? Only use the business account. Facebook ads are most of the time not helpful. Don't use them. I have a Facebook group with 9K members. Is there a way to target them? Not directly, but you can share posts from your Facebook page into your group and then retarget the people who watch that. Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona. Can't wait to talk, you guys. Lori says, if I have a handmade dessert soap business, what would I do for tier 1 education? I think I answered that above. Julia says, thanks for offering the replay. What else? What else? How does it work for business to business? Just remember that you're going to have to factor in that your cost per acquisition is going to be higher in business to business, and especially with enterprise level deals. So you're going to have to be very realistic about your cost for lead gen. 11 a.m. EST, nope, 11 a.m. CST tomorrow and the day after. Okay, what else? What else? The Facebook Live, how do you get them to your lead magnet? You retarget them with Facebook ads, like I shared in the 3-tier strategy. Okay, moratorium. I don't know what that means, but yes, no, maybe. So your Facebook page link, go to facebook.com/the Mrs. Pedersen. So basically it's on the page that we're on right now. Documentary film production, totally. Actually, there's someone who is watching this now who has used Facebook ads to build up some of their producing work. Why does Facebook promote the boost if it's not good to use? Because they like money. Just being honest. Okay, what else? I've made a mistake by trying to run Facebook ads from a personal Facebook account now disabled for 20 days. I've never heard of that because you can't actually run ads from a Facebook personal profile. It's like physically impossible. It doesn't work behind the scenes. So maybe there was something else that didn't work. What else? What else? Do these strategies work for restaurants? They can, as long as you know how to have a trackable return. Tips for MLM. I've run ads for MLMs before. One of the biggest things is just following this exact strategy and deciding if you want to focus on the product or the opportunity. There's two different ways to run ads or marketing for an MLM, but you're going to need to use bridge pages, your email list as a big portion of your marketing, and then also ManyChat as a potential bridge, because MLM is not allowed in Facebook ad targeting. So you have to use the workaround. Can this work for an Etsy store? It can. It can. But the best thing is going to be to build your own email list and to build your house, aka your business, on land that you own. Pretty cool. We're technically running a little bit over, but it's okay. How would you market the eBay store? My client is having problems with sales. I wouldn't. I'm just being honest. I'm not a fan of sending traffic to places that you can't own. For example, Shopify. Do you own the traffic? Yes, absolutely. Can you build your email list with Shopify? Yes. Etsy, eBay, it's Amazon. I would not send traffic to any of those sources because you do not own the platform. And at any point, they can just take you out, demolish your entire platform. Any success with products for kids? Yeah, we actually used to run a lot. Have you guys ever heard of the Tuttle Twins? It's like libertarian books, and they're really fascinating for kids. We ran a ton of ads for them, and it was super fun. Okay, what else? What else? Can you talk more about landing page options to send traffic? That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. All right, I'm technically running a little late to my next thing, but I think we're gonna have a great time. Thank you so much for sharing the replay. You are awesome. Is that Camila from TikTok, by the way? Camila.ca? We'll have to find out. Please type your Facebook page. I can't find it. I'll type it here. Facebook.com/the.Mrs.Pedersen. There we go, you guys. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Tomorrow, we've got a great day going on. I know Jess has been dropping the bonus in the chat. Have you guys seen it? Let me make sure you guys have it. It's in the chat. There are a bunch of awesome bonuses. And this is how to create lead magnets. This is gonna be very, very powerful for you guys. So the lead magnets, this gives you tier 1 video ideas for you guys, so you can jump on into that. I know it'll be so powerful. It also gives you how to create a lead magnet from A to Z in less than 10 minutes. And we also have lead magnet secrets, 13 lead magnet ideas for freelancers, social media managers, and agencies to supercharge their growth. Let me see if I can add it here on TikTok. If I can't comment it here, then I will need you guys to go access it on my Facebook page. I can't. Head on over to facebook.com/the Mrs. Pedersen to grab that free bonus, okay? Cool, cool, guys. It's too long. The link is too long. And no, you are a spammer, so you are gone. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Go have the best day. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I had a great time hanging out with you. I'll drop the bonus one more time here and one more time here on YouTube. And if you're on TikTok, head on over to facebook.com/the.Mrs.Pedersen, and I'll also add it in the chat so you guys can make sure to get it. I'll catch you all later. Bye for now, everyone. And done. Bye, guys.